Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Zombie Defense, and this is probably going to be one of the most important announcements and biggest updates known in the entire history, in my opinion at least. I'm here with Small Drago, who is also one of the testers, and pretty much he shared some information with me that I thought was very amusing, and I jumped into the tester server as quickly as I could. Since I am a contributor, which means I'm pretty much a YouTuber, I do have access to the tester server as well. And so pretty much there are a lot of new things, new turrets, new guns, new blocks I should say, and new chests as well. So let's go ahead and just jump into it and tell you guys about it right now. And I think the first thing that we're going to go ahead and talk about are going to be our weapons. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and talk about a little bit about the Roblox weapons. So for you guys that know this, for you guys that do have this, pretty much we do have the super gun and we do also have the laser gun. And pretty much with these two, pretty much you would go ahead and shoot and it'll be able to do like a certain amount of damage, right? Well, pretty much now these turrets have actually gotten a little bit of an update. So as you guys can see right here, pretty much they do have new animations and they do have splash damage. For right now, the laser gun does not have this animation yet, and I'm not exactly sure if it is going to get this animation, but from my understanding, it is going to have a special ability. But letting you guys know right now, the super turret is going to have a splash ability. So it's going to be able to do damage to whatever it aims at and anything around it within about, I want to say, a 7-block radius. Now let's go ahead and just go in and jump into some of the other ones that we have as well. But we're going to go ahead and start a wave before we go ahead and do that. So pretty much when you go into the shop and you go ahead and select the guns, you're going to have a couple new items right here. And we're going to go ahead and start with the melee weapons first. So pretty much we have this Techno Hammer right here, which is going to cost 15,000 coins. And yes, I know it's a lot, but hear me out. Pretty much it does 18,000 damage every swing or every 1.3 seconds. And so pretty much we're going to go ahead and use it so you guys can kind of see like how it goes. The animation is not going to be too crazy, but definitely it is going to do a lot of damage. And we're going to go ahead and kind of wait for these buildings to kind of pop up, or we're going to go ahead and try to like smack a zombie if we possibly can. But I'm pretty sure these brand new turrets are not going to allow us to do that, so we're just going to go ahead and wait for a building to pop up. And so there is our building in the background. So let's go ahead and head over there and just go ahead and smack it. And so pretty much this one will pretty much instantly destroy any wall it comes across, as you guys can see. And we do have a zombie building that has 15,000 health, and it just immediately gets demolished in one hit. So that's going to be the Techno Hammer. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Deadly Lightsaber, which is pretty much going to be the second melee that we're going to get. And it's going to do 60,000 damage per every swing or every 1.2 seconds. And I think this one is just amazing. This one can pretty much almost kill the, I want to say maybe the first 8 bosses, or maybe the first 6 pretty much almost like quickly or instantly. And the rest pretty much do get damaged pretty quickly as well. But pretty much I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it could do. And hopefully we're going to find a witch's hut so we can kind of compare it to the damage of what the last one did. Or actually, I think the zombie cottage would do well. Pretty much it is going to get attacked with a single hit and get demolished. 20k just instantly demolished. Just wow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are going to be our 2 melees, the Techno Blade and the Deadly Lightsaber. And now let's go ahead and kind of move over to our newest weapons. First one we're going to go ahead and go with is going to be the plasma gun, if I remember. Yeah, there you go. The plasma gun. Pretty much it's going to be cost 35k, and it's pretty much going to be an auto gun. So pretty much you're going to be able to shoot consistently, and then you're going to have to reload, I believe, at the 100th bullet. Damage is going to be 4,000, and the fire rate is going to be 0.3. So it's going to be above 16k damage per second. And let's go ahead and just pull it out so you guys can go ahead and see it. And this is pretty much what it's going to look like. Let's see if we could actually go into first-person view. Kind of looks like a shotgun, but pretty much, as you guys are going to see right now, it almost demolishes everything in its path. It is very great to use on the beginning bosses as well. Pretty much will knock them out. And even though it is pretty quick at shooting, it will pretty much destroy anything in its path, but you do have to reload every 70 bullets. Oh my, what a level up! Now let's go ahead and see if we'll be lucky enough to shoot a zombie here so you guys can kind of see it. Well, he got knocked. I guess it won't work. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is going to be our radiation gun. The radiation gun is a total of 130,000 coins. And I know this might be a little bit expensive, but hear me out. This is one of the most overpowered guns you could own. And I think in the entire history, this is the thing that's going to make it like substantially different. This is going to change the entire aspect of the game. It might get nuked, it might not, but let's just go ahead and read the stats right now while we still have them. 25k damage every 0.3 seconds. So every second you're going to do more than 75k damage. And it's also going to have added splash to attack. It's not going to be wisp splash, it's going to be added splash. So what does wisp splash and added splash mean? Wisp splash means that once you go ahead and hit a target, whatever it does for damage, everything around it in the radius of about 15 blocks will have the same damage. Wisp splash, pretty much when you go ahead and shoot your gun, anything that's farther away will take less damage, but will still get splashed. But let's go ahead and kind of show you like how quickly it'll destroy this. Actually, let's see if we can hit that zombie right there. Immediately knocked. And this is what I call the building killer. Because look at this. Everything right here, just a couple shots, just instantly gone. Definitely, if you have this, you're going to see that this is a game changer. 100% game changer. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about our chest now. After that radioactive gun, oh my god, that was just phenomenal. Let's go ahead and move on with our Void and our Ethereal chest, I believe it's called. But first, we're going to go ahead and start with our Void, which is going to have 16k for the price. And pretty much what's going to be inside is going to be pretty self-explanatory. You got some old turrets that we used to have before, and we have some of the newer turrets as well. Pretty much this is going to be our Eternal blocks, and I'll probably go ahead and show a little bit about them as well. It's going to have 85 health. We also have some new turrets, which is going to be our Ethereal turret, as well as the Void turret as well. And we do have our Eternal walls, which is going to do 5,000 damage. But yeah, and on top of that too, aside from that, we got the percentages here. But let's go ahead and talk about the Ethereal chest now, which is going to be 34,000 coins. Wow. Pretty much here, the percentages are all going to increase a lot. 100% for both the Void and the Ethereal, as well as all the blocks that we have here. It's going to be 50% for Obsidian, and I know you guys are like, why isn't it 100%? Well, because pretty much Obsidian's not really that great anymore. We have Ethereal, and that's pretty much going to be the one block that everyone's going to try to go for, in my opinion. But we also have our killer turrets right here, or our laser killers. My apologies about that. We got some shield gens, as well as the plasma turrets increasing in percentage of value. And it looks like we do have a boss spawning in here. Actually, let's go ahead and actually see if I could use this gun before he dies. No! I couldn't use it on time. But yeah, let's go ahead and just look at our turrets right now. But we're going to go ahead and start with our Ethereal turret right here, which is going to have 900 health. It's going to do a total damage of 1,800. Range is going to be 125, which is going to be 5 more than the Void, which we'll talk about right now, as well as the fire rate as being 0.75. Now we're going to go ahead and head over to the Void turret so we could go ahead and show its stats. And pretty much we do have its health at being at 800. Fire rate is going to be a 0.8. Damage is going to be 750. And the range is going to be 120. So that's definitely going to be a big W. And before we go ahead and show pretty much the blocks as well as the wall, we're going to go ahead and show you guys something that we thought was pretty interesting, and not exactly sure if pretty much we're gonna need certain weapons to go ahead and unlock this ability. But let's go ahead and just show you regardless right now. Alright, so pretty much this is gonna be all of our building materials right here. We have our wall right here, 5,000 health, as well as all the other new blocks right here. And I did forget one thing. I forgot the Ethereal spikes, and pretty much they do have damage at 725. And in case a zombie does like destroy it, but they still keep walking, it's gonna have ability where it could go ahead and slow down the zombie by -6, so pretty much hindering its ability to move at its regular pace. Now let's go ahead and just talk about the one thing that I was gonna talk about originally, which is gonna be the new little thing that pretty much might help us open up the door from the obby. And pretty much the way that we ended up figuring this out was because we followed a certain person right here to the end right here, and for some reason, I don't know why, that looked a little interesting, didn't it? It didn't load. So I'm just gonna walk over there myself, because I guess the free cam was not working. So I think I figured out why the free cam wasn't working, but pretty much Small Dragon told me that there was a testing session today, and pretty much I was looking around the map trying to look for the papers too, but we couldn't find them anywhere. But we did see a couple testers go down into here, which is gonna be the old bunker for one of the past events that we had. And pretty much we're gonna go ahead and just show you guys what I found and what Small found as well. Pretty much he did find this panel right here, and he did shoot him with the new weapons as well. And it's pretty much when he shot him with both weapons, he was able to unlock something that was a brand new feature to the game. So he goes up to it and he presses the lever. And pretty much that, once he goes ahead and shoots it, not exactly sure if when the update does get released, if that's going to be the same thing that's going to happen. Pretty much, he's going to go ahead and press the button, and then he's going to come out here, and we're going to have to look for some papers. And we were able to find one paper, which is right here. But there's going to be a total of 4. Potentially, there might be 5, and one of them might not be a legit paper, so just keep that in mind. But overall, once you go ahead and collect these 4, you're pretty much going to be able to go back to the door in the obby by the mountain and pretty much open up the door. Once you get all 4 of the numbers as well, you're pretty much going to be able to open up this door, and you're going to see this new location, which pretty much has this little thing right here, which is going to be our new plasma grenade. And so with the plasma grenade, pretty much it does every 3 seconds. My apologies about that. Every 3 seconds or every throw, it does 6,000 damage. And to pretty much go ahead and see it, you're going to see it right here, which are going to be the stats on the bottom. But that's the only way you can obtain it, is with those papers that are going to be scattered around the map once you go ahead and flip the switch, which might need a little bit of power from the guns. Not 100% sure though. But overall, we don't exactly know where all the papers are at, and there are a couple other steps for you guys to do, which are going to be pretty much explained when the update goes out. But pretty much we only know where one of the papers are at, so just keep that in mind. There's going to be a total of 3 other ones, with potentially 1 being a dummy paper, which is not going to be a real one. So just keep that in mind. Also, I just wanted to go ahead and say one more thing before we go ahead and end this. Pretty much these chests right here that we have here are going to be worth a certain amount, right? They might be limited, so keep that in mind. Just like our summer chests that we have, these might be limited too. So it'd probably be best to go ahead and play this as much as you possibly can to get as many chests as you possibly can, because realistically, we just have no idea if they're going to disappear within the next update. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and we'll definitely see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care.